It's gonna work. Potion grab. Pokemon proficiency. That's a lot of fucking Chimchars. It's free. Ooh, 20 more Pokeballs. Yeah, nice, thank you for free. This one. For 1 coin. For now, I'm just gonna encounter them all. Hope one shiny. Fuck you, Chimchar. Once your looks is the underground, it becomes a lot better. And the path cannot. More difficult, Cynthia is more difficult. You should run from me. I don't want to force you to run. I know you. You probably. God damn it. Did someone show up in chat, or is that just Streamlabs fucking with me? Hold on, let me bring this closer. There we go, that's better. Someone show up in chat. Gen 4 remake. What was that, I guess? No way my audio's that bad, right? It's quiet. Yeah, you should probably turn it up. It's quiet. Yeah, you should probably turn it up. Hello. 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 I think it's loud enough. No, let it probably outside. There's a little bit of hardware after the action. Not a whole lot. Ow. and mammoth swine, actually, because they need rock, fire, ground, and ice. Hello, if there is someone in chat, hello. I can see one viewer, so I like to say hi to people if they're in chat. Do your race out. Kill this sadistic asshole. Move my stuff back here. My cable's reach that far. Go. Did someone show up? Maybe? Maybe? It might be YouTube fucking with me again. You know, YouTube likes to do that. It'll tell you have a viewer when you don't. Or when you do and you don't. So if there is, hello. Oh, wait. Oh, it is working. Okay. So hello, if there is someone in chat. Hello. And they're gone. Oh, wait, hello. Hey, good luck on the shiny. I just finished completing the 32 NPC and working on the shiny hunting myself. Well, good luck to you as well. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 tonight. But, I don't know. Maybe after 1,000 I'll start Masuda methoding it, because I did get a shiny... No, I got a foreign Ditto the other day, so... But I don't know. It seems like Spiritomb is one of those where it seems like you should just soft reset it because that's how it's meant to go. Oh boy. Almost at 650. Did you beat the game first, or are you doing it before you have 2 badges, or after 2 badges? For 1 minute, minute and a half, you'll have 2, right? On 2 badges. Oh yeah. How long did it take you to set it up? Because it was a bitch. Like, I date spoofed it for a while and it seemed to work, but the last few took so long. Like, the first ones were pretty quick, but those last couple are like, this takes so long. Took me a little under 2 hours, actually. Oh, did you find a trick to it? Or you might have just gotten really lucky, too. But I realized we can date spoof it. So... I think I just got really lucky, honestly. Just going back and forth from the cave and writing. Yeah, the mistake I made is I didn't write them down, but I have a pretty good memory, so most of the time I could remember if they were a new NPC or not. But I would definitely, if I did it again, I would definitely write them down. But yeah, you can also kind of date spoof it, so I think Austin's theory where the NPCs show up on specific dates is true. because I would change my date forward and do it again, and I'd get a different NPC, and then I'd change my date forward again, and I'd get a different NPC, and that worked until the final few, and then it just kind of stopped working. But also, these games are supposed to have a penalty for date spoofing, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. I might have just It might just be a normal feature that I just got lucky. Well, that's crazy. You really have good memory. And yeah, I would have done the spoofing, but I think I just wanted to try out my luck and get paid off. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and these games also penalize you, so the honey trees, if you date spoof, the honey trees won't work, and the drift bloom won't work, and there's a bunch of other stuff. But I'm thinking there is a way to spoof it anyways. I've been actually meaning to try the Sword and Shield spoofing where you go online first and then you date spoof, because I think that if it worked in Sword and Shield without penalizing you, it'll work in these games too. Have you tried out the Spiritomb exploit to get extras? And that's 615 counters done down the drain already. Hmm. Hmm. No, I would, but I think I just to complete this game with no glitch or spoof just because I wanted to fully grasp everything. Yeah, but it's like it's not that big of a deal. It's like you literally essentially duplicate a Pokemon. So like if you wanted to just play through the game with this rather than shiny hunting it, you could just get it and then still have this without doing the NPC thing. That's what I did, but I'm not playing through the game yet either. If you want. People are showing up, huh? Neat. Oh, I didn't change my thumbnail again to just the... And I should hide... You know what? I should hide the numbers and then take an image of the brilliant diamond thing and use it as a thumbnail without the numbers in it. That'd be interesting. And there's another one down the drain. Question, is Darkrai attainable in this game? I haven't checked. So, the Darkrai event is in the code. And they found Shaman through a surfing glitch where you can surf on land and get over to it. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out how to use the same glitch to get to Darkrai early. Because they have the code, we just don't know if the events are actually going to be released or not. So, there's essentially, you can either wait for the event to be released, hack in the event item, or hope they find it with this other glitch. But odds are they'll release the event in not too long. But Shaman, you can actually get Shaman right now in your game. Well, not right now. You have to beat the game first, but you can get Shaman through a glitch. And you can actually shiny hunt it, just like you could in the originals. Through the same... Well, it's a similar glitch. There's also already a void glitch they found, similar to the original one. These games are faithful. Like, they're faithful looking, music, Pokedex-wise. They're faithful glitch-wise. Like, there's so many cool things about these games. Like, they were a little underwhelming at first, but they're definitely working their way up the list because of the glitches and how faithful they are to the originals, while also adding enough new stuff, like the Underground. The Grand Underground is really cool. So, like, in my opinion, the first 2 hours of the game sucked. But once I got past the second badge, it got way better. $90,000 pennies is only $900. Let's see. Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't know how that glitch... I wonder about Arceus and agree that Underground isn't... Yeah. I think the event for Arceus is also in the code, but it's a little bit different than the original one. But, yeah. I bet you within the first month we'll have glitch routes, because using the void glitch and this new surf glitch, they just have to find where they're at, because they clearly already have the locations somewhere in the game, just inaccessible until you get the event. We just have to figure out where they are and how to get to them. Bruh. Oh, hello. Have you figured out how to hack your Switch yet? Is your Switch hackable? I'm in a Discord where you can request hacked Pokemon. Oh, okay. Well, those bots take forever to generate their Pokemon, so it'll be a while. Also, some of them make you charge money. You you got to spare what? Oh, they're instant now? That's cool. A lot of them used to be like you had to wait and were slow, but I guess bots improve. It's amazing what you can do with Python. Oh, you got a spare 6 IV shiny Ditto from Japan? Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Like, I wouldn't use it, but I would absolutely breed from it, because I don't really care if the parent is a hacked Pokemon. You know. So I don't use hacked Mons, but I don't really care if I breed from hacked Mons. Then all I need is a Destiny Knot. Imagine that, breeding right now, getting a team of 6 IV shiny Pokemon with Pokerus. I'd rather get Pokerus legitimately, but oh wait, don't I already have Pokerus in this game? Or was that? Oh, I might be thinking about Sword and Shield. I think I'm thinking about Sword and Shield. Wait, yeah, it's hacked. Well, you might have gotten it from a cloned. Oh, so they might have gotten a 6 IV Ditto from Gen 2 and cloned it? I wouldn't believe it. I'd say it's hacked. I know that you can easily get a shiny Ditto from Gen 1, but getting a 6 IV shiny Ditto from Gen 1 and cloning it, it's sketchy. I would assume it's just hacked. Sorry, that's just my... I mean, it don't matter. Well, it kind of does, because cloning is a glitch within the game's code, while hacking is using external sources, so there is a pretty big difference in the legitimacy. Like, some people will allow clone Pokemon, some people won't. It's legal online? Yeah, I guess that's all that matters, right? It's legal online. Let's see here. Boop. But something can still be hacked and be legal online, so. I caught all the legends only using Pokeballs? Yeah, you told me that. Only legitimate I care about catching Pokemon. Are catching. Wait, what? Only legitimacy I care about are catching Pokemon. I don't get what that statement is. I don't think I marked that one, so I'm gonna do that. I beat the game legit, that's all I care about. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Wow, that's awesome. Hmm. Looking for a Palkia, huh? Yo, do you have a Meryl you could trade me? I'm thinking. I'm trying to finalize my team. I'm thinking Staraptor, Luxray, Spiritomb, Azumarill. So I haven't finished the reboots yet, but so far, 8 out of 10. Like, it's not a bad game. It's not the best game. There are issues with it, but they're not as bad as Sword and Shield or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Would I like to this remake to be more like Aura's? Absolutely. Like, I grew up with Auras, and I was hoping for an Aura style remake where you kind of change the story, give us a national dex with all the Pokemon, right? But at the end of the day, there's also the other side of being more faithful. So, as much as my personal ideas and wants for the games aren't in it, they're still not bad games. I was also thinking Macargo and then Mammoth That I think that's the team I want to go with because I think that covers a lot of things, and it'll definitely counter Cynthia. So when I get that Spiritomb, huh? Trade it to me so I can clone it. I'll give you back the OG. Wait, you can clone Pokemon in this game already? Is there a way to clone it already? Hold on. What? Also, why would you need to clone it if you can literally just... Very easy. Legal too, very easy. If that's the case, if I can clone these, I would start giving away shiny Spiritombs. Any item also? Yo, that's dope. Infinite money right there. If it's like Gen 2, I mean, I assume it has something to do with the autosaves and them, like... I wonder if it's, like, almost exactly like... I wonder if it's almost exactly like Gen 2. Glitch, BDSP. Murder show. Oh, you want to know what the code is? So I'm not trading off. Oops. So Shark Gamer, if you're still here, the idea is that every so often I give away a couple. Usually it's every 100-ish encounters. So you have to wait for a little bit longer before I trade one to you. If I had a second Switch, in my opinion, it's better than the Let's Go Pokemon because they made it too kiddish, and despite this game being handled from a different company that... Yeah, I mean, Ilka, I was initially skeptical of Ilka because they did Pokemon Home, and Pokemon Home was kind of a shit show. But honestly, Ilka did the remake better than Game Freak. But at the same time, you can still see Game Freak plastered their logo on it, and I'm assuming Game Freak still had overall, like, the competitive is exactly like Let's Go. And Let's Go's competitive was shit. And look at the Stealth Rocks animation. The Stealth Rocks animation is the exact same from Let's Go 2. So there's a lot of Let's Go assets that were copy-pasted, along with a lot of assets... Well, not assets, but the code. I would assume that a lot of the code from the original was copy-pasted, and then the assets were given from... Game Freak gave them the assets and told them what to do competitively online, you know, all that other shit. And I'm guessing that's why Game Freak still puts their logo on it, because they're technically Game Freak's assets, even if Ilka developed the game themselves. Oh, it is real. You can clone it. Holy shit. What the fuck? November 22nd? That was yesterday. How broken are these games? They're more broken than Sword and Shield. Oh, you have to have online to clone their favorite mon, huh? So it's exactly like Gen 1. That's exactly what I was saying. I was assuming that it was exactly like Gen 1 or Gen 2. That is interesting. Yeah, yeah, read this. Hold on, I'll read you the article. The cloning, hold on. Yeah, the cloning glitch is something many longtime fans see nostalgic for. In Red and Blue, trainers would trade with another player locally and pull out the link cable before the swap was completed, resulting in duplication. It appears the error is back in the Sinnoh remix, with many Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pro players creating clones of their favorite mon and legendaries in mere seconds. Yeah, but I know. Wait, are they trading Shiny Palkia and Dialga legitimately that they cloned? Yeah, this reminds me when they made the Gen 2 remakes on the DS. No, not the DS, the 3DS. I actually went to. I played a lot of them, and I got Crystal version. So what I did is I caught the Celebi, and then I cloned it, and then I basically set it up with a timid nature and a move set, and then I gave it out because I gave it to some of my friends because they really liked my Celebi set that I ran competitively. And then I also gave a few shiny Stantlers that I bred out. I remember I would breed shinies and essentially just clone them and then trade them to a couple of my friends because breeding was so broken in Gen 2. I doubt that they'll patch it. This article says that they'll probably patch the cloning glitch, but there are so many glitches in Sword and Shield that were never patched, and I'm assuming that they're probably not going to patch it because fans like glitches. They don't actually want them to be patched. Like Breath of the Wild was never patched. Mario Odyssey. Okay, that's not technically true. Some of the glitches in Mario Odyssey were patched, but not all of them. Sword and Shield, none of the glitches were patched in Sword and Shield. So, assuming that we go off of that train, I don't know if they'll actually patch these. But if it's duplicating Pokemon, it might be bad enough to patch. Nut jumpers. Chat went utterly silent all of a sudden. I'm surprised though. Like, you'd think that wouldn't overlook the code because normally there's a prevention thing. Like, there have been preventions in the past to make it so you couldn't clone Pokemon by just trading them and disconnecting. Right? The trade would still go through even if you disconnected, but you wouldn't have your Pokemon anymore. Like they've had shit like that in since like Aura. So like, how the hell does that manage to make it into this game? Is the real question. Yeah, that's true. They'll probably mostly focus on Legends Arceus. It's interesting because I thought Legend Arceus would be the new Let's Go, right? I didn't expect these games to be at all like Let's Go. I thought they would be different, but like I say, it looks like to me there's stuff copied directly from Let's Go into this game. But that's Pokemon Company for you, right? They'll reuse as much old code and as many assets as possible to save their asses time and money, which, as a business practice, isn't that. Yes, isn't as a business practice, it's not that bad. As a consumer, I dislike it because the quality goes down most of the time. We're almost to 700. We're almost a quarter of the way there. Now, once we get to 1,000, we'll be a quarter of the way there. So we're getting closer to a quarter of the way there. What is that? Is that candy? Looks so weird. When the youth pastor says, "If that's you tonight, I invite you to come up to the front right now." I don't get it. Shiny Ninetales. It's pretty. Go. It's amazing how many button clicks this microphone picks up. Oh yeah, I also found if you ever want to annoy someone, I found the perfect way to annoy someone in this game. Did the Chimchar thing end already? For example, like I was praying and hoping that the new Switch would handle at least 4K or even 1080p, but sadly it's just an OLED. So, the interesting thing is that the OLED does have some hardware improvements other than just the screen. And there's rumors that it can run 4K with the new dock, but no one's ever proven it. It's just rumored that it's theoretically possible, and that'd be really cool because Eevee. You can actually already run the Pokemon games in 4K. You can get emulators, and you can actually up the resolution on the emulator. I wouldn't advise it, and it would take a lot of horsepower, but you can theoretically do it. Oshawott. Oshawott. I don't want to give a shit. Let's hope we get it before 700. That'd be really nice. Just get it within the next few encounters before 700. That'd probably be the best case scenario. Boop, 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 boop. But I guess, what are y'all thoughts on the new remakes? Because I know mine are decently positive, but what do you all think? It's true, but imagine where Pokemon games like Legend Arceus have the graphics like COD or something. Will be really sure, just my opinion though. Yeah, that would be really cool. But unfortunately, the Switch will never be able to ray trace. And like COD ray traced on a computer, moi, moi. Like, I guess you could theoretically do shadows and shading, but there's a limit to how much you can do. Especially with the Switch's very limited hardware, and I don't think they'll ever have like you'd have. The thing is with like the Xbox Series S and the PlayStation 5 is they have their own dedicated graphics card. Like they're modified, but they essentially do have a graphics card in them, and the Switch can't. Like you just have a small graphics chip on the Switch, and that's really all the horsepower it has. But there's the interesting thing about the Switch is when it's docked, its GPU clock speed and its CPU clock speed are increased, and I don't know why that is, because the hardware itself is the same. It's just outputting differently. So maybe it's because it's not actually displaying it itself. So you can save a little bit of horsepower by not actually displaying it. I don't know. It's weird. But like imagine Legends Arceus ray traced. Could you imagine how awesome that would look? Probably do 80 an hour. Yeah, I started a little over 600 when I streamed, and now it's a little over an hour. So you probably do somewhere between 70 and 80 encounters an hour. I'll probably be sold out of the most sold unit. Oh, it will probably be the most sold out. Yeah, it definitely would. Like, if they could make a quality Pokemon game with new stuff in it that runs really well and can be ray traced, you would probably sell 20 million units easily. But unfortunately, the only way you can ray trace Nintendo Switch games is by running a Wii U emulator on a really good computer. But Breath of the Wild ray traced is fucking amazing. So you want more? And we're at 690. Nice. I could just stop here and go to eggs. Let's hope 5 years or so Nintendo opens their eyes and give us consumer that special trade of ray tracing. Fingers crossed. You know, it's interesting because Nintendo is one of the only companies that's actually going back in the direction of listening to the consumer. You know, they had a long phase where they didn't really give a shit what the consumer said, but now, like, with the OLED and Brilliant Diamond, like, they're actually listening to the consumer again. And my theory behind the Switch OLED is that it's like it's a premeditated Switch Pro, right? So they're like, hey, we want to make a Switch Pro, but we also want to see what fans would think of an OLED with a longer battery life, that's a little bit cheaper. So they'll probably make a Switch Pro that's $400 using the Switch OLED as a base, right? But with a little bit, like, they'll keep it the OLED screen, they'll keep some of the better design choices, they'll probably put a bigger battery in it, and then obviously you could make it a better display, and it'll probably be $400. And if it could ray trace, it wouldn't be able to ray trace, but it'd be really cool. And you know, the interesting thing is, I just thought about this, right? With how big the Switch dock is, you could theoretically put an M.2 slot on the Switch dock and then boot games from an M.2 drive. Like, because M.2s are only, what, like 4 inches long? Like, you theoretically initially thought about mounting an SSD within the Switch, how much room it is, but you could mount a SATA M. Back. I'm back. I have no idea if anyone's still here, but I'm back, so. I had to leave for a few minutes to do something, so. Hopefully someone's still here somewhere. Otherwise, I'll just be streaming to myself again, which is. Like, is anyone still here? Or am I gonna go another 100 encounters giving away any? You. Pleasure talking to you as well. You have a good night. Alright, is it gonna work now? Permanently? Maybe? Anyways, is my mic gonna work? Maybe? It looks like it is, but not. It is so weird because my computer's complaining about it, but it's working. And the light's not on. Huh. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so my computer's not recognizing it properly, but it is working. That's weird. Counter here. Oh, I gotta fix that. Oops. What? I have to end the stream. Reset this out.